unmuted.
Alright, cool. Welcome back, you fine players and anyone that might be watching now or in the future, to Rise of the Runelords, sponsored with $0 by the DDG. Don't you laugh at me. I make
Sponsored by
unique,
Pepsi.
I make
Wish.
unique introductions every single time because I don't know what I'm doing. Um, um, Unfortunately, for recording purposes, we have had to downscale uh, on a couple players. However, we'll be bulking back up as soon as we can, and within reason, of course. Last session, you had gotten back from your raid and woken up the next morning to a distress call. Well, a distress note, basically, in the Rusty Dragon Inn. That might have actually been 2 sessions ago. Not important. Where you found your way to the glassworks. Got yourselves in eventually. Had to break down a door, and had to get some Sandpoint natives off your backs, but you made it in and managed to uh, clip every single goblin in there except for one, who you interrogated shortly before it ran off to warn one Tsuto Kaijitsu. So you followed down into the basement and stealthed your way around a little bit before Tsuto himself jumped out and started to fight you himself. After after that, some guards came down, wrapped him up, and took him away. So that's about where we left off. And
Kenzie, I said we went waterboarding, but I guess I did kind of have a I balled him, in the for my interrogation technique. Correct answers got healing magic. Wrong answers are lying. Got stabbed or hit.
Got stabbing magic. Interesting.
Stabbing magic. Oh god.
Stabbing magic.
Works for me.
You knew I was coming, Noah. Don't you start.
I did.
While Kareth and Kalar, you have been down here kind of ruminating about what happened and about the seeming finality to this goblin debacle. Maheda's knuckles have seemingly gone lime green as she's been clenching them. Because why would orc knuckles go white? And kind of pushed past you two and just left the scene without a word. And Karzarath, you are walking Ameiko back to...
Yes.
Yeah, okay, so... Oh.
I don't know why my phone started playing music. I'm sorry.
We good.
I was actually trying to... Yeah, I was trying to silence it, and all of a sudden, music?
Like, got
Was
it.
he?
You bet.
Kareth, Kalar, How you doing?
Happily.
Think we're doing okay. Maybe, possibly. Who knows?
Well, when I take them away, it's like that. Well, you suppose that's the end of it? Is have we found the culprit? May
Kareth kind of.
be time. Oh, sorry.
You're fine. Kareth kind of scratches a chin. Sadly, I doubt that's really the end of this. I don't know.
We haven't got a chance to talk to the human, but at least we have a suspect that isn't the goblin.
Yeah, one that we can actually communicate with this time.
Oh, it may not be. It may not be this simple, but one can hope. I had thought about getting home, returning to the monastery. You would be welcome.
I'd be honored to join you with that. Let's let's head back to the tavern and try and see if we hear anything. Cause I don't think we're gonna be able to go to the police station just yet. Unfortunately.
Yes, it's only what mid-afternoon, and it's already felt like a long day.
Agreed.
Alright, so you guys are gonna make your way to, back to the tavern, I suppose?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Sure. So, as you guys are making your way, as you two are making your way back, following Ameko and Karzarath, Cece,
Mhm.
you find yourself in a boisterous, friendly tavern to you. But there's also there's talk that you can hear. You hear that there were guards summoned to the glassworks, and they also saw the Sandpoint heroes there breaking in. Wonder if those are connected. And similar hubbub to the sort.
Hmm. Interesting. Overhearing this, Cece will slowly get herself to her feet and, um, using her walking cane, will kind of like tap her way um, to the bartender and say, excuse me, I'm gonna head out. Uh, would you, how much for the tea?"
Um, a a womanly voice in front of you would say, "Oh dear, you don't have to worry about the tea. It's not that expensive. It's a pleasure to have you in here."
Are you sure? And I'm not looking at her. I'm like looking. Basically, my head is turned ever so slightly to over her right shoulder.
And she would look into your white clouded eyes and say, "It's my pleasure. Though I'll probably still get you if you get an expensive meal."
Oh, I wouldn't have it any other way. Thank you for your kindness. I will be taking my leave, and I will start tapping my way out of the bar.
Uh, right. I'd say about that time. Um, Karzarath.
Yes.
I'll bring you back to the token layer, and I will grab a token. Oh my god, why is it so far away? No. Control C. Okay. Control V.
Class looks is here.
So Karzarath, you and Ameiko are just making your way. You can see the doorway to the Rusty Dragon Inn as a human woman steps out with a cane and clouded eyes, which you see humans around, but not too many blind folk end up in the Adventurers Tavern. At least not to your knowledge, not to your recollection.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like Ameiko is not paying too much attention, though. She just wants to make it back. And yeah.
As you approach, my walking stick like reaches out and like smacks you in the in the calf, like back.
Just
like, oh,
smacking lizard people
yep,
left and right. Wow.
Right in this. She's
How
about
rude.
5. She's about 5'7". Looks on the younger side, definitely thinner. Kind of white blonde hair and the cloudy eyes, and her cane kind of like hits you in the calf, and she goes, "Oh, I'm so sorry."
Oh, no harm done. You're new
Um,
in town. Who might you be?
I am. I'm actually looking for the Saviors of Sandpoint. Is that right, DM?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm actually looking for the Saviors of Sandpoint. Can you kind of help direct me to them? No one in the tavern was very knowledgeable when I asked.
Well, you kind of just ran into one of them.
Oh, did I? And she starts like tapping her cane around, like looking for somebody else.
Ameiko would hear this and kind of look at you, at you, Karzarath, but then move forward into the tavern. To which, if I could have both of you roll perception checks, just based on what you hear.
Both of us.
The two here, yeah. So Karzarath and Cece.
Oh, so those two. Okay.
Yeah, you can pretty clearly hear that there's some hubbub going on in there. You specifically, Karzarath, can hear Bethana, who is just loud as ever, and all in a positive light. But yeah.
Did
So,
they
Well,
just go inside? It just suddenly got loud in there. Did I miss them?
no. I am one of them that you look
Oh,
for.
oh, look is a strong term. Um, sorry, my
Seek?
seek apparently run into almost in a literal sense. Um, my apologies. My name is Cece Stonetide, and I had a vision that told me that I needed to come find you, that you were in need of some help, and that I would be the one to do so.
Well, we did have a few party leave for some emergency of their own. So I suppose we can use all the help we can get.
Oh, wonderful. Don't let my, and she kind of like waves her walking stick a little bit. It's like don't let my fool you. I am very gifted.
There are all kinds in this world.
very much so. I'm surprised. No offense, but I'm surprised you're the only one left. I kind of expected a little bit more of a, more of a flourishing party. Is it just you?
No, I came ahead to escort one of the someone back here to make sure they got back safely and not attacked by goblins.
Oh, goblins, nasty little creatures. Very bitey. They have teeth. Ah.
Yes. Though most of us do have teeth. I'm
That's
not a
true,
goblin.
but their teeth are a little worse. Not a goblin. Pray tell, I am human. What are you?
He's gonna tell her that he's a kobold, and I'm gonna roll a deception.
Man, that's gonna be a hard pass even just for hearing. Hey, don't worry, I'm a little kobold.
Let's see.
Bluff check.
Bluff, yes, thank
Yep,
you.
bluff and sense motive.
Ah, yes. Cobalt indeed. Um, do you mind if I touch your face?
Sure.
She'll reach out and like run
He's
her
actually
hand.
going to remove his mask.
Cool. And she will reach out and like run her hand along your face and be like, Cobalt indeed. Why do you hide?
And like as she's feeling it, she can feel some scar tissue, scarred scales. I'm actually a wyvern, which is kind of like a kobold but with wings.
Oh, I see. Well, I don't see, but I see. Like, you should never be afraid to hide who you You should never hide who you truly are. There's no need to be afraid. Though there are people in this world who are not accepting, that there are people in this world that are, and you deserve to be accepted. But you never know who they are until they show up.
About this
That's true.
time, Kareth and Kalar.
And he would put his mask back on before the others return.
Yeah, Kareth and Kalar, ahead of you, a little ways down the road, not too far at this point, you would see Kareth outside of the Rescue Dragon Inn. No Ameiko in sight, but he is talking with a new individual.
Walk up, but not be polite, not interrupt.
Kareth would do the same.
Feeling presence of others, Cece starts to stick out her walking stick and like smacks both of them in the process.
Kareth seeing you hold out a stick, he kind of stops just out of your reach, like nope.
Oh, you are quite strong with that cane.
Keeps me going, and she gives it a couple taps on the ground, slap.
Kareth actively retracts a little bit, like, let's just don't hit me with that, please.
No promises, sir. Is sir the proper title for you? I'm not too sure.
Yes.
Yeah, no promises, sir. I do use it to get around. If I do hit you, please know it's not of malice.
Karsrath, who's your friend?
Did I ever get her name?
Yeah, I did introduce myself.
Yeah. He would introduce her.
She would give a bow.
I don't know. I think it's realistic to be like, she told me, but I don't remember.
Yeah, basically, she said what her name was, but I got distracted for a second.
Huh.
Because
Fair.
I'm guessing she hit you with the cane too.
Oh, this is becoming a running joke in the party, isn't it? I can feel it starting.
It was more joking towards the Kosarak about them trying to be
snarky.
the he was being snarky, but more joking towards Kosarak and trying to be that he's not trying to come off as degrading, but more just snarky towards Kosarak.
In all fairness, the fact that I didn't hit one of you with a cane is kind of impressive. So, you know, it happens.
Yes.
My name is CC Stonetide. I had a vision saying that I needed to find the Saviors of Sandpoint and join them on their journey. And luckily, I ran Kane first into your friend here.
Kareth looks a little skeptical.
The gods speak to you.
Many gods speak to me.
Kareth gets right into Kalar. Goes, is that normal? Do gods usually speak to people? Because no god's ever spoken to me. He's doing this a little too loud.
It isn't always in words, but I do get feelings and sometimes messages and dreams from Aroni.
Interesting.
I suppose you have never met one of my kind before, or else you wouldn't be so hesitant.
You mean a human?
Well, I mean, I'm not here to judge. If you've never met a human before, I will be your first human. Hello, I am human.
Yes, I've met a few humans. Sorry, my name is Kareth.
Pleasure. She will bow.
He's
Lady CC. I am. Oh, you said your full name.
Yeah.
Lady Stonetide. I am Kalar.
Kalar, pleasure, and she will bow to you as well.
Kareth is just very confused by what she meant by one of her kind. He's just like,
I believe
what?
she is many gods. You follow any one particular, or you just are you a diviner of some kind?
Diviner, yes. My specialty and my gift is healing. However, my powers are drawn from those who wish to help and in kind, and they use me as their vessel. I'm known as what is known as an oracle.
Unfamiliar with the specifics of that particular, but I have heard of that kind. I've heard of those abilities.
Well,
You have?
It's a type of way of. Imagine how Aroni. I am a cleric of Aroni. Imagine if how Aroni sometimes speaks to me. How I think of the universe, one non-specific god, kind of just. The universe itself kind of tells you what's going to happen in advance.
Oh, all right. That makes more sense.
Another way to look at it is if I desire to do good, anything that desires to do good and sees me within an area to do good will reach out to me. So instead of it being one god who does good, it's all the gods that do good have the ability to reach out to me and give me some guidance to help.
Jeez. Not a couple weeks ago I was an atheist. Now I'm worshipping Irori. Now I meet someone who is a vessel for other gods. This is something.
It's a lot of talking. A lot of talk. And some gods stay around to talk a lot more.
Is that how you lost your sight?
with every gift comes a curse. Yes, but I don't consider this a curse. As a matter of fact, it's become a huge blessing in kind of a strange way too, and she kind of gestures to Kurzarath. It's a strange way to start conversations, but it works.
Yeah, I assume so.
Has your other senses become more stronger? Perhaps you can hear the sound of a pin drop or smell such with greater ease.
The increase in my abilities has actually come to sense true intentions of people, and she kind of looks down at Kazareth for a second. You just see her milky gaze turn to where she had tapped him before, and then she looks back up at the group, and she says, "So, when it comes to people lying, there's a sense that I get, and normally I can pinpoint it whether it's true or false."
Kareth, he doesn't do this, but he's considering testing it. He's not going to, but he's definitely thinking about it.
What was the name of the woman that was I blanked on her name.
Americo?
Americo. So I guess I almost forgot to ask how is Americo doing? She not with you?
Back in the tavern and lively.
Yeah, the
Very
two of
well.
you would hear the interior of the Rusty Dragon is quite boisterous. They're happy to have their figurehead tavern owner back. I don't really know what title to give her.
Maybe going to the tavern would not be a very restful experience right now.
Kareth, yeah, maybe. We could go to my father's house. I don't think he's home right now.
If you were allowed, or would do not, how do you put this? If that is if your father would not mind, then maybe a more restful place than a rowdy tavern at the moment.
I don't see why it wouldn't be. I mean, between a rowdy tavern, my father's house, I think my father's would be the quieter between. DM, is that okay that I'm offering this? I don't want to throw a wrench in your plans or anything.
Yeah, totally, dude. Go ahead.
Okay.
Gotta find a place to rest somewhere.
Theater's like, shit, I have to rewrite everything.
Well, you're staying in the activity box. I'm not making a new map for
Your home.
Kareth's dad's house. Who's only been known as Kareth's dad. We don't actually have a last name for Kareth.
Yeah, I haven't really put a last name either. I just know his father is one of the higher ups at the monastery / temple to Ironi, somewhere to the
Mr. Kareth.
west, somewhere to the east.
Sorry, go ahead.
Well, it was a pleasure to meet you, Lady Stone Tide.
Likewise. So we're staying at that one's house? Kind of like gestures with her stick in the direction of the voice.
Well,
You hear a step back.
I certainly would not mind your company, but we.
Yeah,
Well,
why
I am
not?
to be traveling with you, so I would assume where you're staying, I should go too. Unless you want me to stay here, and she kind of like gestures to the tavern behind you, and find you in the morning.
I guess I did not realize you were going to be joining us, but you would be welcome.
Unless you want to argue with the gods, kind of your choice.
You see
I did that once. Didn't end well.
Kareth kind of does speak up. He goes, I'm still kind of new to the whole gods thing. So, I'm fine with you joining us, or at least for me, I'm fine with it. But just know, if I ever see you turn the party, I won't hesitate to turn my sword on you. I don't know you yet, but I'm fine with bringing you into my home. I hope that you don't turn that on me.
My mission is a mission of healing and peace to help all those who need it and to always find a path in the darkness. I have no intention on turning a back to anyone in need. That includes my party members and that includes anybody who I got. You have my word.
What exactly did the gods? How did the gods tell you you was to join us?
You know, this one was rather peculiar. It was a deep voice I had not heard before. But the voice did come to me, and there was a flash, an image as well, while I was resting, and I saw these um oh goodness, and she like kind of squats down on the ground and she kind of draws a symbol which you would recognize as a rune. She's like, a couple of these, and the voice told me that I needed to track down the Saviors of Sandpoint and join them along their journey.
I don't know if we are saviors. Simply no, humble cleric trying to do his best to become better.
As soon as you say that, she stands up and kind of like where her finger had drawn originally, she kind of like brushes the rune away with her foot. She goes, "Oh, I'm sorry. I meant to see the Saviors. Bye." And then she turns around and starts to walk away, tapping her cane.
By the way,
Kareth looks just.
I will say
Okay,
this is actually the rune that she drew and then wiped away.
Go, darn it.
Noah was going to screenshot that. He's like, ah! Oh.
You
No, I was gonna draw it.
I recognize the rune, but he just doesn't consider himself a hero or a savior.
I would like you to make. You could make for you an Arcana check, a History check, or no, I think those two fit better than Religion. Okay, that was an or.
Okay. Sorry. Oh.
Let's get a reroll from you because we've got a bad and a good. So let's just go ahead and pick one, and then this next one will be the one. Okay. You only see it for a brief period due to, her kind of wiping it away. But you analyze its structures, and well, it's a very big picture actually. The runes that you work with are far more complex, and so you can ascertain that this is a relatively older rune, an emotional rune. It has a connection to I dare say human spirit, but it applies to more than just humans. So the
Sentient spirit.
sentient spirit, yeah, that works. It applies to the sentient spirit, and you do have it like it is in your mind now. So if you wanted to like research it or such, you know, there are resources around. Maybe, actually. Yeah. The number. Here, give me just a flat intelligence check if I can add on to that.
Nice.
Okay. You may not remember everything about them, but you do know that there are 7 similar runes. Or should I say 6 similar runes, including the 7th, which was just drawn before you. And that's what I can give you at the moment.
It's something like I don't know if you watch the show, but like Supergirl is on TV right now, and they're kind of doing the 6 totems. Is it kind of like different aspects of humanity? Kind of like that.
Kind of like that, yeah. I personally have not seen Supergirl. Not sponsored.
No, it's just current events. So right now,
But yeah,
they're dealing with different kind of totems.
that sounds like it could be similar. Yeah. No inclination to the gathering of these symbols, though. You know, she just kind of drew that on the ground in front of you.
Interesting. She seems to have she seems to have a knowledge of runes. Represented fundamental aspect of humanity. But apparently she is off to serve her visions elsewhere.
Where did Cece go?
They told me that they weren't the saviors, and that's who I was told to find. So I just
Oh.
wiped away the
I
image
did.
and started tapping away.
I expected
Cars-
someone else to correct me or something.
Cars
I don't-
Karath,
Have we
But-
been called the saviors to our faces?
I mean,
yes.
it's been quite alluded to. I'm not very good at it, but you have been like stopped in the street and thanked by people and like given small gifts, like a small loaf of bread for free, or a trinket, or you know, this, that, and the other thing. You are recognized as having helped save Sandpoint in the Goblin Raid.
Okay. Because I'm like, I don't remember us actually like actively being called that before, but
That's my bad. I'm just bad at ambience.
No, don't. You're not bad at it. You just didn't think about it. It happens.
There's so
I do
much
the
to
same.
think about. There's so
Yeah.
much to think about.
Yep. It's okay. You're doing great.
Yeah.
But my
Uh,
character
well,
is, I think,
yeah,
was a
if
savior, so I was kind of hoping one of you would pipe up and correct him, so new companion doesn't walk away and have to write a new character.
well,
Yeah,
if none of you are stopping her, I'm presuming that she's headed off to the Glassworks, where they said that the Sandpoint Saviors were.
Cars
Karen,
I'm
face
going.
call out. You're going the wrong way.
She stops and look over her shoulder and says, "No, I'm not. It's fine.
Okay.
I'll find the heroes myself, and I'll just."
Kareth speaks up. No. He means we are. Our friend here was mistaken. You actually are going the wrong way for trying to find them. You need to go about 180 degrees the other way.
I
She
don't know.
stops and slowly turns around.
I turned to Carlos and said, I don't know exactly if we are heroes. We simply did what was needed to be done.
She walks back, and she stops in
Okay.
front of the three of you, and she says, Okay, which one of you said no? Did you guys switch places on me when I left?
Uh, uh, yeah, it was that one. And he points directly at Karzarath. He goes, yeah, he said it. He's next to me on my left.
Well, there is a reason is a reason Kareth's wisdom is down. Points in front of a blind girl.
Yes. Points. No, he does. And he makes a
Yeah, I know.
the funny thing was, earlier he was about to, like, when he was introducing himself, he was getting ready to hold a hand out and, like, can't do that. Can't do that. She's blind.
Parzarath will actually go over and direct her to Paris.
So we're just directing her to each
yeah.
other.
He is physically, as long as she's like allowing him to guide her,
Yeah.
directing her to Kareth, close enough to where she can accidentally whack him with her cane.
So she stands in front of you, and she reaches out, and she gently puts a hand on your shoulder if you'll let her. And she says, know your worth. You are worth more than you know. You are worth more than you understand. And someday soon, you will understand that.
That's not to the left of me.
I'm sorry, this is where I was taken, but take this note. And whoever said that you weren't the saviors, take note, because I'm not repeating what I just said.
He looks over at Kalara and goes,
that would have
Yeah.
been me, my lady.
Okay.
I'm not a hero.
Does an
savior.
11 hit you?
me?
No, Eric's character.
Honestly, get flat-footed for that one.
Flat-footed is 14.
All right, yeah, no.
She goes to try to whap you with her cane.
And my monk instincts just take over and.
And then she shakes the end of the cane at you as you jump back, and she's like, "Don't disvalue yourself."
Kareth seeing this is he's getting less and less amped to have her a part of the party. Like, already whapping a member.
Whapping a member who doesn't find value in themselves. Shocker.
Kareth speaks up. We find value in ourselves, but we feel, well, at least for me, I think the term hero or savior is a little much. We just help out. Now, my father's house is this way, and he starts walking, being sure to kind of clack his boots on the ground as he walks a little extra loud, just for you to follow. Like it's a solid of his heels every time he walks.
Very horse-like, thank you.
It wasn't supposed to be. It was supposed to be more like cat claws, but sure.
Should we all get
Just
tattoos?
kicking up. Sorry,
Everybody buys tap shoes now. So CC knows
Yes.
exactly where they are at all times.
None of us can ever stealth again because we're just so loud.
Except me. Because I'm quiet. I stealth into a wall. I'm safe.
Yeah, just
So you seem to have a knowledge of runecraft.
Runecraft? Is that what those symbols were?
It was yeah, it's a symbol of old runes.
No, sir. My specialties is history, nature, planes of existence, and religion. Unfortunately, I don't know much about runes.
What is it? He's not saying this, but it's arcana, history, nobility, planes, and religion. So some of them. You are a student of history, and my father had had me spend a great deal of time in our library studying history and religion. well as as well as he'd let me study the arcane as well. But his desire was for me to better understand our faith.
I see. I see. Religion is very important and can teach many, many wonderful values. So I'm glad you dedicated the time.
Carrot's sitting over here scratching the back of his head after telling that he was an atheist up until a week ago.
Whoops.
Oh, look, character development. Weird.
And you guys have made it to Carrot's dad's house.
Huzzah.
Here on the other
I-
side of the box.
Also, Dieter, I actually
Yeah.
like that. Kareth is now Kareth Jr. His father is Kareth Cedar.
Oh, good.
Love it.
That's wonderful. I love that.
Was he knighted? Does he have the sir?
Of course.
Yes, of course.
Oh wait, that was Mr. My bad.
Let's say I don't know if we actually. I don't think we were going to talk about what Kareth's dad actually is, but I don't think we ever did.
No. He's just Mr.
He's Mr. Kareth.
Ooh.
Well, let Gareth go first, and she's the only one that has a key. We don't want to break and enter again.
Again.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about. Fine.
You hear a telling jangle from Karzarath's back for some reason.
What is that?
No, nothing at all. It's not a
Roll me
lot.
bluff.
I mean, I'll roll one on behalf.
Oh, my God.
Because he's starting to convince.
Yeah,
She just
it sounded
knows.
exactly like that.
He's about as transparent as can be. Not that he was really trying to bluff that hard. He was more. It kind of makes sense that he would get a nat one on that.
She kind of tilts her head to one side and she goes, "Do you remember what I told you earlier? Please don't test me."
Listen, I was curious.
Well,
And he
congratulations. I'm pretty sure I passed.
he says nothing more. And just doesn't acknowledge that the conversation ever happened, and just unlocks the house and knocks. Dad, I don't think you're home, but I'm here and I brought friends.
You wait for a couple seconds, and it is quiet.
Okay, Dad's not here. So he just walks in and kind of holds a hand out and kind of motions for people to join. Come on in, everybody. He realizes after remembering, blind girl, blind, can't see.
I would hold the door open for CC.
Tap my way through if I'm going in first.
I guess so.
I'm sure it's lovely in here.
Let's see. Why do I get the feeling that just the urge to pull a cat move like, oh, that's a nice vase. Oops.
As you almost do, Kareth does the cartoon dive. No. and catches it. He's done this so many times. He's just like, nope. Please be more careful. If you broke any of those, I think those are worth more than all the gold we have in all of our pockets combined.
Do you think catfolk would ever have house cats?
Can we say that I have a house cat? Can that be canon now?
I'm gonna
I call him Uncle Jimmy. Never knew the difference.
God damn it, Noah.
Now he's considering it.
I'm gonna say probably not.
Darn, I wanted Uncle Jimmy to be canon.
It was more likely than to have house cats and house dogs.
Oh yeah, there's no way we'd have if we would not have a dog. I guarantee that. Yeah. Kareth, I will say Kareth's dad's house is not like a small house. Like it's one of the semi nicer houses in Sandpoint, and he kind of just leads you in into the little kind of living room area and has everyone sit down. Does anyone want some coffee? We might have some ale, but I don't know.
Well, simply, a spot of tea would be lovely.
All right.
A tea would be amazing. You would be so kind. She kind of like
Yes.
taps her way to a single chair and like sits down. She's very gingerly.
Karzareth?
Uh,
You may take the rest of the evening, if you would like, to just introduce yourselves to each other and have whatever meals you know how to scrounge up, Kareth.
He makes scrambled eggs. That's all he knows how to actually make.
So many eggs. Oh god. Oh no, so many eggs.
what would
So
that be
you
to
guys
make
like
something? Is
eggs?
that like survival,
Um,
or what would that be?
well, I guess that would kind of be like a craft, um, for something that you know how to do. I'm not sure.
Yeah, something like that.
But I mean, they're eggs, and you've made them before, so you can easily take 10 on making eggs.
Okay. Oh,
No,
did you want me to make a craft check on that? I'm sorry.
no, I mean,
Okay.
if you want to impress your guests, then you're gonna have to make a check. But if you want to make eggs, then you can take 10.
I'll just take 10. He's not trying to impress anybody with the presentation and everything. As long as it's edible and it tastes semi decent, he's fine.
He's like egg. All right. Um. Is there anything of importance that you guys would be discussing over the evening? If you have anything to put, go ahead. Otherwise, we can move on to the next morning.
I mean, no, that's not to play out, but we'll probably talk about the person coated in glass and wondering if this is the person that the mastermind and things like that. But I think I actually need to talk out.
Is there a
Yeah.
fireplace in this house?
Uh, I would assume. I would assume my father would have one. There's never electricity, so houses
No.
be heated in the colder months. So yeah, there would be a fireplace of some sort.
There'd be at least a wood burning stove, maybe
Yeah.
even up to a fireplace.
If Cece is sitting anywhere near the fireplace, you kind of see her. She sticks out her cane and like taps it over to the fireplace and finds it, and then she taps, and like figures out that there's like a slight stack of wood in there, and she fully goes through the whole motions of figuring out that it's a fireplace, and then she switches hands over. She snaps her fingers, and casts spark and lights the fireplace.
Woo.
It was getting cold.
Kareth just goes, "You could have just said something, bud." Interesting.
I didn't want to trouble you.
Huh.
You're already
I'm
making
trembling
me
at all.
tea and food. The least I could do is offer assistance where I can.
Fair enough. Yeah, Kareth would kind of just introduce himself further, kind of joining the conversation about what they actually saw. The only thing he would want to add, when his dad gets home, he'd be like, "When my dad gets home, None of this ever happened, okay? He doesn't know we were in the glassworks. He knows fully well. His dad probably knows, but he doesn't want to admit it. He doesn't want to get in trouble.
No, it wasn't either one of us who broke in the door. From my understanding, I'm actually not entirely sure what happened. I went to get the city guard to try to let us in, and I came back. The door was open, and there were goblins yelling at people.
Yeah.
That's true.
But some of our party are a little bit more prone to rash action than others. My haters are very useful in the fight, but his anger is her ruler. Did we send her a message? I don't know. She just disappeared after the glassworks. I assume we'll find her later.
Most likely. One moment, guys. I have to go tend to my cat.
Yeah, it'd be like that.
Actually, he doesn't know Maheda's gone because
Well, yeah.
she just left. And the other one talked to us about leaving, so he still kind of considers her part of the group since we don't know what happened to her.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, see, Cece just kind of nods, like listening to your tales and things like that. And her eyes, like cloudy white eyes, just kind of like expand a little bit as you talk about certain things. Just kind of like, okay. You can see the look kind of pass over her face, like, what have I gotten myself into?
Yeah. Kareth would agree that, as far as he's concerned, Maheda is still part of the party, unless he doesn't hear from me. They don't hear from her for multiple days, and because he doesn't know family relations or anything to her. Like, he just knew of her. That's about it.
Okay. Well, the day passes you by. Kareth, your dad does show up in the evening.
Hey, Dad.
Hey, Kareth. Who's your friends?
Oh, they're the ones I've been traveling with. Or, a little bit of travel, but we're just kind of hanging out.
Oh, right. Hey, so can I ask you about something?
Yeah, what's up?
What was that I'm hearing about earlier today at the glassworks?
Oh, well, Dad, you see.
I heard there was some really terrible stuff going down there, and
Yeah.
you guys did what you had to.
Yeah, exactly. You know how it is. Right, Dad? And he kind of just gives that smile. As he's picking up his teacup, his hand is shaking vigorously. Like to the point where tea is going all over his clothing.
Alright, well, don't let your new friends do the same thing here that they did at the glassworks. There's no goblins over here.
Yes, sir. And Kareth kind of gives his dad a salute.
I'll be upstairs.
All right. Good night, Dad.
He'll attempt to just discreetly nudge the face with his tail.
Don't.
Oh, he would be doing this discreetly, because he can sleight of hand things with his tail.
Oh God.
He could be far enough away to where it wouldn't seem like it. was him.
Don't you do it. Kareth the entire night has been kind of keeping his eye on you, just like he looks over at your tail. Karzareth, where's your tail?
Well, I'm not saying he's actually doing it. I'm just saying he could.
Oh, okay. Every once in a while, he is doing checks on you, though. Just like, where are you? Where's your tail? Where is it?
Like, I don't know if your character would know that he's able to do stuff with his tail.
I don't know.
I suppose I don't want to wear out our welcome. I suppose we should think that the tavern could have sort of calmed down by now. Perhaps we should retire to our rooms there.
Yeah, let's head back and get some rest tonight.
Yeah, you're free to head out. I presume that you're gonna put out the fireplace first,
Yes, Kareth would.
and leave the abode of the Kareths.
I'm so happy this is canon now.
And work your way back to the Rusty Dragon Inn,
Yes.
where the moon.
As Karzak is leaving, he just bumps the vase.
Oh,
I'm gonna do a sleight of hand bump on it. To make it seem like the cat did it.
go ahead and make a perception, I suppose. There's no cat in here.
There's
There's
no
no
cat.
cat?
Nope.
No.
There is no
Alright.
house cat.
Oh. Then, make it seem like the blind person did it.
Isn't she in front of you? Like, past you?
I'm sitting in a chair waiting for
Yeah,
somebody to tell me we're leaving.
Yeah, I'm about to say, she's seated. You're the only one near it.
Karzak, basically, he'd be doing this as they're heading out. That's what I'm saying.
I think you guys have informed Cece of your current travel plans.
Yes.
Yeah, Kareth would have
Coming.
helped her up.
There's probably
Come on,
there.
yep.
I mean, yeah. Why it was nice for him to offer for the afternoon. Do not assume that he has guest rooms. So that you're saying
Yeah.
that he is going back to the Rusty Dragon Inn for sleep.
Mhm.
Right. So on your way out, part of sleight of hand is due to is a sound-based thing. So, yeah, Karzrath, you get a very subtle nudge. And unfortunately, Harith is. I should have given you a bonus just due to your hypervigilance within your house, but I can't do that after the rolls are in. My bad. You're just shy of noticing. You see him being all shifty in the back, but you happen to turn away as he does the deed.
Does the vase break? Or is Kareth lucky for once in his life and have it not shatter?
Well, let's see.
Because when he said that vase was worth more than all the gold they had on them combined, he was not kidding. That's one of his dad's vases.
Can we roll
Roll what?
perception?
Yeah, you guys can roll perception.
Yeah. Oh,
Holy
Kalar,
shit.
my savior! Kalar, thank you!
You forgot the car and the plus 14 to perception.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I figured
Yeah, you want to see something? Have Kalar look. He'll see it and everything around it.
Cece, you can absolutely go ahead and make a reflex check. Even though it's a save, it's a check. Harith, you are none the wiser. Kalar, you like gasp in, and Cece, you hear this, and you know you're very very in tune to the emotions and motives of others, and you know, paying attention to the group and knowing that one of them is a little troublemaker that wants to push things off. You reach out into a wide area, and also where you heard a little bit of a shift, and you happen to you feel the vase as it lands in your arms, and you shift up back and forth a little bit, grappling with it, um, until it comes to a stop, and you're holding it steadfast. And Kareth, you're just walking out the door.
Sounds good.
One.
Uh, do you need help?
No, I must have hit. Please don't tell him I must have hit it. I caught it though.
I have to go over and try to help her.
Does Kareth hear her ask that?
Well, yeah.
Kareth,
He's not far enough away to have not heard conversation. He just didn't know about what the hell was happening otherwise.
Kareth turns around. Kareth turns around. It's fine. If it was an accident, he will understand. If someone actually were to have actively tried to swat it off or nudge or give it a nudge with something.
I glance knowingly at Rosie and kind of exchange a look, but I don't tattle on him yet because having a feast at the party could be helpful later. And
Yeah.
Rogues.
Oh boy. Yeah,
Like,
Kareth.
back up.
Kareth kind of escorts everyone out first, but kind of stays to the back this time, watching as people leave, just like, all right, nobody broke anything. All right, good, let's go.
That you know.
Oh no.
I was whispering breaking shit to Dieter the entire time.
You.
I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
How
So-
dare!
So just as you close the door, you just hear crash. As you close the door, just causes the vase to fall.
Just you close the door and you realize everything except for the door in the hallway has been busted. There is no more house.
Even my dad, you even broke him. I look on the ground. He's in pieces. What'd you do to him?
I just imagine actually like he's just in the back reading the paper, looks up and you just see him on the toilet holding the paper. It's like the hell happened here?
So
It's
anyway,
a
the house is
fort.
intact and you make your way to the tavern. The sun is near setting. Beautiful orange glow off of the teal sea.
I would try to take a path that would take us by the docks or to get a view of the sunset over the water.
Oh yeah, you totally could. There are a couple places that would be. There is the dock themselves. Unless you're actually looking to go back to Glassworks, there's some space over here, or
No, just kind of try to go. I mean, if it's main square, probably would have a good view.
Yeah,
This is all
that
the way
sounds
there.
good.
Kareth audibly says as he looks over CC, "Hey, it's a wonderful view." Oh.
I wish you could see it. There's Miss Stone Tide.
Wow,
Okay,
guys, just rude.
It is quite beautiful.
It's not rude. I can hear the sounds of the water. I can smell the fresh air. I can hear the laughter and joy of the people around. It may be not your version of a beautiful sight, but it is mine.
It's quite insightful.
Though I think the birds are getting too loud and may fly overhead, and we all know birds overhead means droppings falling, so I recommend that we don't stay around very much longer.
Do you want me to take care of the birds?
No,
No,
no.
they deserve their own life. I just don't want to get pooped on. That's all.
I mean, they make great snacks.
All right, let's go. Let's go. Kareth from behind is just kind of holding arms out, kind of gently nudging everyone at once, like, "Let's go! Come on, let's go!"
We will eventually we do make it to the West Dragon before the session's over.
Oh my gosh. When they do get there, Kareth kind of looks to see if Amahiko is still there.
Yeah, sure. It's not too hard. And you would be let into the back. You've been let into the back before, and you're trustworthy based on other such. So, yeah.
Okay. Kareth would just kind of check in on her, making sure she's okay. You know, he wasn't able to walk her back. He was helping out with other things and just wanted to see for himself that she made it home. She made it back safe, and she is okay.
Yeah. You find her in the kitchen, stirring slowly. But she catches you in her periphery, and she looks up, a little snappier than before, and with a bit more, a bit more personality to it. Oh, hello there.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm currently debating whether it's a good thing that it happened or not.
Who knows? It's unfortunate all that's happened, and I wanted to apologize in person for everything that happened. It's horrible.
Do you know what happened to my brother?
Not yet. I think tomorrow we'll be going and finding out.
He's a persistent one. Don't let him out of your sight.
Understood. And he kind of half signals that he's offering a hug, but at the same time isn't, because he's a little awkward still.
She would raise an eyebrow and go back to stirring.
Yeah. He would excuse himself and head up to his room. Yeah, I think he just turned in for the night.
Alright. Yeah, if oh, before 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 you would leave the kitchen, she would reach out to you and like pull you back. Not pull, but small tug.
She grabs him by the arm and yanks him.
You no longer have an arm, by the way. It is gone.
The arm's just. She's actually the big bad evil guy. She's plotted this all.
That one that you were talking with. Is that one of you now?
I believe so.
She'll have room too. And she will look away from you. Get back to her
Okay.
business.
Thank you. He kind of bows and then Yeah. Walks out. Looks directly at Cece. Hey, you got a room now.
Tap tap tap. Her head like kind of jerks in the direction. She kind of looks a little stunned. She's like, "Oh, well, that's better than sleeping down in the bar. Thank you."
Don't think me. Think of Mexico. She's the one who gave you it.
Thank you, person. I don't know if you're here. I'm assuming not, judging by your chuckle. So if you would pay my regards, I would appreciate it.
We'll do. Sorry, I had just taken a sip of Pepsi as you said that, so it was just like I wanted to audibly laugh, but it just was like I can't open my mouth. Oh no. Yeah. With that, Kareth would retire for the night.
Okay. And then Kalar and Karzarath, well, I guess, and Cece. You all watch Kareth turn in for the night. How would you guys be handling this?
Um, I feel like Karsworth might try to help out. What's her name? A little bit if she lets him. To take some of the burden off.
Meiko?
Yes.
Um, sure. She would give you some simple instructions for tasks to handle about in the kitchen.
I'm probably just going straight to bed, but myself.
All right. Cece, do you have any schemes?
I actually
Planning
do.
to overthrow your entire party right now, murder them in their sleep?
Shh.
Can I help?
God, I was supposed to be coming in as a surprise. Jesus, calm down. I mean, Adrian's not here, so you know. Um, I know Cece would go to the bar,
Mm-hmm.
and say, hi, I'm sorry to trouble you again. If you're still the one who's here, um, uh, I was hoping that I may get another cup of tea, and if you could leave the tea leaves in, that would be great.
And you hear an absolutely chipper voice back. Just, um, oh, you really like the tough tea, don't you?
Yep. I mean, that's how I make it. It's easier than burning myself.
That's fair enough. And she will go about making, getting some water boiling and a few tea leaves and sets a cup of honey next to it. There you are.
Wonderful. Thank you. And she will drink very gingerly about three-fourths of the cup, leaving a little bit of tea at the bottom, and then inquire, "Do you mind if I take this to my room for the rest of the night?"
Well, sure, just please bring her cups back. I
Oh, yes.
trust you.
Oh, thank you. Your trust is well placed, and I understand the value of cups. So, yes. And she will very gingerly make her way up the stairs to hopefully the room key has braille on it. Figure out what room is hers.
Well, it's not exactly braille, but it's kind of carved in.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, if no one guides her to her rooms, she finds her way to her room and lets herself in and locks the door behind her.
all right.
And
Yeah. You find your room. Takes a bit of time, but it's good enough.
perfect. And I will take a seat on the bed and cross my legs and slowly start to meditate and use the tea leaves and do some like tea reading.
Okay.
Yep, that's all I had planned.
Sure. Uh. Yeah. Okay. If you would like, you may give me a charisma check.
Sure. Wait. 10.
Okay. Um. You get your meditation going, and uh feel your way around the tea leaves, and they don't really seem to be calling to you at all. Not at the moment.
All right. I will place the teacup down and tuck myself into bed.
Okay. And if it would be right with, or okay with everyone, I would like to call for a break.
That's fine.
Yeah, that works for me.
I can go get a Kit Kat.
Yeah. All right. Chat will be back in some set amount of time. See you guys then. to unmuted, and we're back.
All right. So, welcome back to the morning after. Uh, it would not be a late morning for you all, unfortunately, as I'd say relatively mid-morning, you would hear a rapping at your doors and calling in. Uh, oh man, I should have planned that. Excuse me.
Is this about Carl?
Goblin
Vase?
fighters.
Goblin fighters. What?
Hemlock would like to see you at the garrison as soon as you can, and would do so for the three of you, not exactly knowing CC exists really.
Karth will knock at Cece's door. Karzarat. Yes,
Karth will? Karth will?
I don't think you control my character.
I would have certainly included
Karzarat, but
so.
I meant to say Karzarat, but he's just gonna like essentially as like knocking the door just as Karth is coming by. So when she opens the door,
You hear a scream and something getting impacted against the back of the door.
Oh my.
followed by shuffling, an object being picked up from the floor, and the door flying open with a blind CC in her nightgown with her cane in the air ready to hit something. What?
Not a
I
morning.
didn't order room service!
Not a morning.
does she hit anybody?
Well, you'd be walking by, so.
Karzarat basically
Does a
like
2 hit you?
So Karzarat would basically knock just as Karth is coming by.
She would probably just end up swinging at the air. like, yeah!
Claw would be finishing up in prayers and coming down the hallway and say, "Not a morning person."
I guess not.
Good morning. Normally, there is a nicer way to wake a blind person. Maybe I need to teach all of you that. Oh my god.
Kareth is just walking past, like, huh?
I can say, I can honestly say it was not me, but I can understand the door blocks that how else would one alert you from inside other than knocking?
Well, a gentler knock would be nice, not a knock like the building's on fire. I would like to think that that is a fair request. Am I wrong?
But what if the building is on fire?
Then you knock like that. No, I leave. If the building is not on fire, we knock a little gentler.
I mean, I could set the building on fire if you want.
No. Jeez. Why am I? How am I the one keeping the commons party?
You feel a smack of an astral ladle.
Again.
The
Like,
same
he's just
ladle
like-
that smacked Lunjiku.
Like he would
That's
not
funny.
set the place on fire after protecting it. No.
We are not committing arson again.
Again?
Again?
Cece's like trying to shut the door, like she stops, pulls it open. She's like, again?
Yeah, I'm about to say Kareth does the same. He doesn't remember arson happening.
Goblin Village?
Mm.
Oh.
Okay, yeah. Okay,
Oh,
there was a
yeah.
little.
Yeah. They performed arson. They
Uh,
set things on fire.
Oh, the gods above, what have I gotten myself into? But I'll be down in a moment, and the door just like slams shut with a sense of vigor. Just a slam.
Kareth just kind of walks all the way downstairs and has a seat.
Arzarath knocks on the door before walking off.
Thank you. That was a better knock. You hear from inside.
Oh no, it's just like that solid knock.
Yeah, but it's not a panicked knock. So like as you were walking by, you were probably like rap, 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 like as you were walking. So like a multiple vax versus like a stop and just like a bang. With a whap, 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 it's like somebody's running down the hallway. Like something bad's happening.
Watch your step on the way down.
Hardy har har.
Two guards would
Flashlight.
kind of with a disgruntled face. Not that you would exactly notice. Well, you would be able to hear it. They're not exactly subtle, CC. The two guards would return back up the stairs and just be like, it's a little bit urgent.
Yes,
I
Burka.
Please.
I ordered a tea for himself and for CC.
There's
So
a
it's waiting for her to come down.
there's a shout from the other side of the door. I'm just trying to match my outfit. Can you be patient, please?
Oh heavens! Never mind. She's not coming.
You
She'll
are
be there all day.
downstairs, sir. You are downstairs, sir. You hush.
I don't know. Oh yeah, no, he did already get down there. Never mind.
Yeah, you already said you sat down. You hush.
Don't mind me.
He would tell the gods, it's like, the gods are. You must learn the patience of the gods. One does not reach enlightenment overnight.
CC does
And he said,
end up. Sorry.
no, he says this to one of the guards, yes?
Yeah.
Um, you know what? For funsies, give me a diplomacy check here.
He can do that. No, I rolled kind of well.
Okay. All right. They kind of look to each other and then back at you. Enlightenment is something a little different than what we need at the moment. We can't exactly. We were told not to exactly talk about it in the public eye. Just whatever. Time is a factor, but
We
guess I
will
can't be
get
rushing
there
you
as
guys.
soon as we can. We will not, and when we all have all gathered. Speaking of which, if you seen Maheda, we will rest both aspects, the bartender and the gods.
Well, I mean, we kind of banged at her door, but we were in a rush. We didn't exactly pay attention. Bethana, the halfling, would say, "Oh, she hasn't come back. I figured she might have found some other patronage elsewhere."
We will continue keep her in our prayers, and hopefully we will find out what has happened to her.
At this time, Cece finally makes her way down the stairs, tapping her cane along the way, dressed in matching clothing, because she took the time.
I would come over with a cup of tea, and in the offer to your other hand that doesn't have the cane, Oh, the gods seem to be in quite a hurry. I took the liberty of ordering you a tea.
Oh, thank you. However, while I appreciate you thinking that I can hold hot tea and walk at the same time, if you could carry it back to the table for me, that would be grand.
You would oblige, then put it down on the table, pulling up a chair for her.
Oh, thank you kindly. And I will take my seat and gingerly sip my tea.
Kareth is sitting there watching all this happen, like,
You can see the two guards waiting outside, whispering to each other. One's tapping his foot.
oh wait, are we needed not here? Oh, I thought they meant like the sheriff was downstairs.
I want Kozak to just kind of. So. Kozak
Everyone's
to
just
kind
been
of.
ignoring the guards. Kareth, you probably feel the urgency, but everyone else, no.
So I want Kozak to just kind of appear between the guards. I'm gonna roll stealth if that's okay, to see if it ends up scooping him.
Sure.
But if they don't see this, because that is a horrible stealth. I swear, if they don't see this.
Well, one of them looks down at his wrists, forgetting that watches haven't been invented yet, but the other watches you approach. Doesn't
If I scare at least
exactly
one of
mention
them.
it. Yeah, the one that sees you doesn't mention it. He's just like, seeing this happen. And the first guard just looks up to see a reptilian skull in his face. Just, oh, by the lords!
You had an
What was
urgent
that
matter?
for?
Hey.
Yeah, we're looking for all of you. Where are the rest of you?
Kareth is
over
standing there just like, I'll be here any moment. He looks down at his wrist, also forgetting the watches have not been invented yet. They need to invent those, like a clock for
Invent
your
what?
hand. A clock for your hand. It would be wonderful, wouldn't it? Just like
Have
on the
clocks been
go.
invented yet? A time dial.
Yeah, clockwork definitely has.
A sundial for your hand. Yes, there you go. It's a sundial for your hand or your arm.
I don't know how they make it so small though. He's looking at his wrist like, maybe I should invent this. And that's how he became an artificer.
Finishing up an orange juice or tea or something with himself, he would make his way out towards assuming everyone was ready. He would make his way out towards the guards.
Yeah, Karsrith and Kareth are there. Cece and Kalar doing your own thing. I presume Cece is gonna go with Kalar.
Yeah, once she's finished. She'll probably finish her tea around the same time if he had waited for her.
Right.
Yeah, he would wait for her to be ready.
No one has told her it's urgent. People just banged on her door. That was the extent of what she's known. She's like, okay, I will enjoy my tea, and then we will go from there.
I mean, it's true. CC really hasn't seen anything yet, so.
Well then.
Kareth kind of calls over, CC. We were going. Like now.
I guess she sees no point in rushing.
Can I punch him for that?
I'm saying it's out of character.
Oh, if you said that in character, Kareth is gonna look right at the guard. Well, I get in trouble for punching him for that one.
Oh no, I would not say that in character, no. I'm just speaking
Alright.
his smartass out of character.
Okay, good. I was about to say, goodness, dude.
Okay, so I assume we cross. Yeah, cross the square. That's not a cross wall. Kind of this
Yeah.
way. Oh, let's so kind of
Yeah,
like
they.
down here and up to. Ah! What is
Ah,
this?
did you jump scare yourself?
No, I was trying to draw something and it kind of did some weird things.
It said
hate
no.
that.
That's just all of my drawings.
I
There's this
feel
weird
that.
thing called not being a good drawing.
Hey, same. I got that problem too.
I assume we're taking this road out along the seesaw there to end up to the fort.
Uh, yeah, that would be the path that they take. Um, there isn't exactly such a thing as passive perception, but just due to perception numbers here, Kalar, you just hear muttering between the two of them, just like, "This is on your ass if he gets that mad at us. What? It can't be my fault. I can't control them."
uh,
Hey, good job. If someone gets angry for us being late, we still take the blame. But we are not. While we are happy to help, we are not on the city payroll.
I mean, it would have helped if you expressed urgency. Like, he's just deliberately saying this one just to mess with them.
yeah, Kareth, you know that like in the cartoons that slow head turn with that that Kareth goes full cartoon looking over at Karzrath like you did not just say that.
Oh, Karsarath was well aware, don't worry. Like, he's 100% fully aware that's why he had knocked on CC's door,
Hmm.
trying to, like, say, hey, we need to get going, like, to get her attention. And I was waiting with the guards. So that's why he's, like, just messing with them.
Yeah. Anyway, you make your way to the garrison, um, and meet up with Baylor. Um, let me. Let me. Oh, he's so far away. Hold on. Let me just copy paste from somewhere else instead.
I'm back.
Oh, good.
Welcome back. We did nothing to your character. We did not throw off a bridge. You have no proof. Wait, hold on.
What?
Huh?
You forgot he can fly, didn't you?
What?
It's too brittle.
Wait, you're gonna be throwing Kareth off a bridge, so you're gonna be
No.
throwing yourself off.
Not Kareth.
I swear, I just heard Kareth being thrown off a bridge.
No, I said we didn't throw your character.
But yeah, I can fly. What's your excuse?
What? I'm confused.
She's blind. That's her excuse.
Oh no, I meant Kareth falling off a bridge.
What? Okay, no.
Earth isn't falling off a ridge.
Let's say what? Huh?
So Baylor,
What?
he greets you and doesn't have you sit down. You haven't exactly made it to the office. Comes up to you and just says, "Where's the rest of you?" Never mind. I
Okay.
dealing with a little bit of an issue. Some numbskulls decided they weren't going to keep tabs on the captive, and he made his way out after we healed him for questioning.
Kareth kind of.
Go ahead.
Okay. Kareth kind of sets a fist, and this is a closed fist on the thing. You mean to tell me he got away?
How long ago?
Karzarath is just staring at the two guards.
Cece is
I-
staring at a wall because no one has directed her attention somewhere else.
Yeah,
Kareth runs behind her, turns her to the correct direction, runs back.
Oh, thank
Look
you.
angry.
Grr.
Karzarath will just kind of jump up on a chair, just push the eyebrows downward into an angry look. Just, like,
one of
turn her
one of the
mouth to a
guards
frown.
that one of the guards that was that fetched you guys. It's like I had no part in that. That was not my job last night.
How long
Anyhow,
ago did this happen?
Somewhere between like half an hour ago and 2 hours ago. Took a long time to get you guys down here. But look, here, he didn't leave empty-handed. He lost a couple things. And the first thing that he would show you guys is
Or something?
is a journal entry.
There's a map of Sandpoint and a succubus.
looks like
It should be legible if you click into it.
yeah, I have it up for stream right now.
Cool. We also were able to confiscate this, and it is an orangish fluid. Figured out it's a potion to cure light wounds, so I figure you guys would handle that better.
Yes. Thank you. Just a quick question because who in the what are our what is our HP maxes between the party? Like, what's your guys' HP max? Because I think whoever has the lowest should take that.
Hey, what?
I think that would be between Kalar and Karzarath.
For the lowest HP?
I'm not really that.
I have 17.
Then I think Galar should probably take that. Just that's a healing potion and
Take what?
it's a potion to cure light wounds, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll have that receipt later.
I think you should probably take that, seeing as you're lowest on health or lowest health maximum. Because I'm up at 25, so I can take a couple hits. I worry about someone figuring out who's the least hardy of us and cornering you, and then all of a sudden like can't get to you in time to heal you, and then you go down.
Right.
Good call.
There were some other
Trying to
items
do this
that-
as if I've. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. Baylor would also say there were some other items that we took off of him, but they aren't exactly useful for hero work.
Do you have any oil?
I mean, I can fetch you some.
That would be nice. Would you please fetch a couple vials of oil?
He turns to the other three. Who's this now?
So, this is the newest recruit. Now, what were these items?
Is Lady. Oh, why am I blanking on the name?
This is Cece.
Lady
Oh.
CC.
Lady Stone that hide.
Yes, CC Stonetide. She's the newest member of our party.
Oil is flammable. And she kind of gives a knowing look to the group.
We were unable to locate Maheda, and our other friend had urgent business at home.
Indeed.
That is a shame. I do hope that you will be able to handle this.
So, what were these items?
Well, there were some earrings on him, but and a masterwork flute, but that's not exactly useful to you, and we're not exactly handing out free money here.
Can I just see what the earrings look like real quick?
They are not with Baylor.
Oh, okay. And
He just knows that that was confiscated.
gotcha. Gareth will kind of put my hand. Never mind. Sorry. All right. Do you have any idea of which direction he went?
Well, reports from the two guards at the glassworks tell us that he fought his way into the glassworks. So,
He went back in. He must have left something there.
No, there are tunnels underneath the glassworks. I think he's.
You're right. Oh, heavens. Where do those lead? Everywhere. They lead everywhere.
They are smuggling tunnels, and this is the brother of Maheda, and this is the one we fought with Maheda's brother, apparently.
Mexico's, right? Mexico.
Mexico.
Maheda's brother.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's correct.
He had her beat up pretty bad.
He has lived in town for a little bit. Do we know anything about this lover of his?
Well, to be honest, Suto was kind of a laughingstock and ran out of town a long time ago. We don't exactly keep business with Suto, and I looked over this. I have no idea what's going on, except for the fact that I can see that there's more to do after this, and that worries me.
Yes.
Maybe
Well,
do some research on this demon or whoever this being Lamasus. I don't know. Do we have a library or temple might have some information on this?
Yes, there are places in town. Oh boy. Background stuff.
I wonder. I don't know.
I think. Oh boy. Alright, hold on.
I assume you've read this and you're preparing a defensive strategy based on both plans being suggested?
We are, yes. There is one place that I know could be useful for research. The House of Blue Stones. Not a lot of people get in, though.
I wonder if we.
What is the House of Blue Stones? What is its? What is it for?
It's a place of rest and worship for Aurori, and it's a good source of knowledge. There are books there.
Well, I've been meaning to learn more about her, Rory, so maybe it's not a bad idea. What do you think, Kalar?
Did the person whose bones were stolen have a daughter?
Walia Tobin?
Yes.
Uh, it wasn't his daughter per se, but uh, he he looked after her. It was a sorry time for Sandpoint.
I wonder if this is the one and the same.
Hmm.
That's quite a stretch.
Well, the note does say when she off when burning her father's remains at the Thistle Top shrine. Is her father's remains what was stolen?
I just sensed she was also in the fire.
Hmm.
Was the body ever recovered?
It, seemingly, I mean, yeah, it was recovered, but it said it's a charred remains. It wasn't exactly
So there's no
an
proof that it's
easy.
her. I wonder. Because if she's really a demon, I've.
Or resistant
Aren't.
fire?
Yeah, I'm about to say fire's not going to do a whole lot, right?
But she's trying to become removing her celestial taint. Was her father celestial somehow? Her mother demonic?
Out of character, I have an idea, but unfortunately, I do not think Kareth would know that succubi sometimes are born of a celestial and a demonic parent. I don't think Kareth would know that, so it's like. Yeah, Kareth would kind of look through. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, I was gonna ask as they're talking, kind of brainstorming about succubi. Can I roll a religion check?
That depends. What for? The question you asked in whisper, or something else?
The question that I asked in whisper is kind of like a yes or no. I suppose I could roll a religion check for that,
Well,
and then I would like to roll a religion check about succubis.
sure. You can just have a religion check for the succubus question.
24.
Okay. Give me a second to read up on stuff, I suppose.
Sure.
Get those juicy details.
Aside from that, Kareth would be looking to looking to the party, going, maybe we should visit that library and read up, see if we can find anything.
There's a name mentioned here. It sounds like some elder being, probably demonic.
What is the name?
Bruthazooms?
Lamastu? Lamastu? How would I
Lamashtu.
see if I recognize that? Can I roll religion?
Yes,
Oh, I'm
you
reading
may.
the wrong thing.
Oh,
Okay.
would a history help with anything there?
History for this stuff? No. Well, no, I don't think it would. You know what? It could. Go ahead and toss that history check. Might not be for what you think, but. Okay.
Hey, I will take what I can get.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um. Well, CC, about succubi.
Mhm.
You do know that they are demons and they are outsiders, like extraplaners. Um, uh, you know that they are quite dangerous for normal folk, and based on the talk going on, um, the daughter of the remains, um, isn't exactly making noise within the town per se, making waves. So perhaps not. Uh, Perhaps Nualia wouldn't be a succubus, but there's a chance. Kalar, you are looking into the name Lamashtu.
Right
Yes?
now he's searching his memory, but he has. I was thinking, seeing what he knows, already knows himself. But I think we should go to the library and look
Yeah,
up
of
more
course.
later.
Uh, with a 20, you would know that Lamashtu is a goddess of monsters.
Let's see that, Nathan.
Uh, yeah, Lamashtu is the mother of the misshapen and malformed monsters. Um, and her symbol is that of a three-eyed jackal head, disformed from what an actual jackal would be, and is related to demons.
I think I will relay that. I
All right.
think this person. Oh, is this the one you can say?
Karzrath, you've been in Sandpoint. You're a local, so you know about Sandpoint's history. Um, Nualia Nualia was seemingly picked on and used by townsfolk, um, because she had seeming healing powers, and the townsfolk abused that, which is why she ended up basically as Ezekiel's adoptive daughter. There were quite a few scandals
Oh.
about her, um, and yeah, it was never that great in the public eye.
feel like Karsarath would know the feeling. Because before he was a rogue, what the party doesn't know is he was someone who actually would help out a lot, and then he ended up, well, spoilers on backstory. But yeah. When you get when you get treated like a monster, you end up becoming one.
Yeah. It's unfortunate. I think we should go to that library and just read up and try and see if we can figure anything out. Or at least some of us should go. And if you guys think it's a good idea, maybe two of us go there, trying to read up, and the other two go back to the glassworks and take a look at the tunnels. I mean, I don't think we should go too far in. We don't know there, and there could be traps set for us.
Seems that there are at least, at minimum, at least 5 masterminds behind this plan. The son of the one of the last clause, Rip Nugget. Is this a goblin sounding name, or we don't know much of the name? We have a
Could be the
demon.
village.
We have a weak demon, a Sequidit, and then we have a bugbear, and this lover of the sun, which may be the daughter of the person who was burned, or may not. But clearly, the father is a celestial and the mother is demonic. But she wouldn't be a succubus yet, because she's trying to release her full demon side.
Oh wait, hold on. I'm rereading over this. It says the rest except Bruth the Zooms agree, and Bruthasmus agree, and I'm pretty sure the bugbear is just being contrary to annoy me.
So that Elizabeth had is a bugbear.
Do we know? Have we seen like any bugbears acting shady? Oh, this sounds so bad now that I say that out loud. Oh no. But not.
Go ahead
He goes.
and make me a history check.
Is his?
Is he just? He, wow, I
If you
didn't know
don't have
Karth is
history, you can
racist
just
towards
make a
bugbears.
flat intelligence.
Flat intelligence. Okay, I was about to say I don't have rank in that, so I cannot use that. Intelligence. That is a 13. Because I have no bonus.
You don't think that you have ever seen a bugbear in Sandpoint?
Have I ever seen a bugbear with that?
You've been told stories.
Just like,
Kareth
wow, that's kind of racist.
Kareth goes, it's kind of weird that just a big bug that's in the shape of a bear would be doing this. I mean, I didn't think they had sentience. Interesting.
Karsarath is just like staring at him. I was like, dude.
Even Cece's head turns in your direction.
Yeah, Kareth has no idea what a bugbear is.
We'll get you some children's books on bugbears.
And
Bugbear go thwomp.
in my time of being in the city searching for them, have I ran across a bugbear?
We're all rolling for bugbear.
They're goblinoid.
They are. Yeah, they are goblinoid.
Well, would you have known? Not to play devil's advocate here, but would Cece have known it was a bugbear?
I mean,
I don't mean to try and take away from your character, but I'm just thinking like blind.
I'm asking this for a specific reason. It's fine.
I mean, if you, I feel like you might have momentarily put it in front of her face, accidentally. But no, she is not aware of what's on the content of the page. um,
Oh, she wouldn't. Oh no. Kareth would have assumed
She's
she would have read this by
blind.
now. Yeah.
Oh man, it's just
oh
like
man, this is gonna be tough.
when he puts it in front of her face, she's like, dude, really?
As it clicks for Kareth, he goes, "Oh, I'm so sorry." And
She kind of pauses and looks up at you and says,
and
How many times are you going to do this before I actually reserve the right to hit you?
I am not smart. Listen, I never promised to be smart. I promised to be able to take a hit and deal a hit. Never promised to be smart. Let me read this to you real quick. And he will read it over to her.
This middle page has a
I love this. I appreciate Kenzie's character because of these terrible jokes that we're all making.
I feel so bad. I legitimately had a like. This isn't just Kareth. This is Noah had a mental disconnect of. Yeah, no, all of us can read this. We're all fine. Like, what? Why wouldn't be able to?
Well, you guys talking out loud, I'm trying to like reference to things that are spoken out loud versus what's on the paper.
You've never even seen. Oh no, I feel so bad.
So,
Quick
how
shout
does
out
that paper
to-
look, my guys?
This middle page.
So, quick shout out to any of our streamers who are in fact visual impaired.
So,
Sorry for the jokes.
Kalar, go ahead.
This middle page has a drawing here. And this looks like probably a sketch of his lover. The other one over here is of a succubus of what he expects or what hopes they might look like, but I think this is a physical sketch of what she would look like. Much better than the goblin's artwork.
Yes, far better.
And the quickly hidden wyvern artwork as well.
The quickly hidden. Yeah. Kareth kind of looks over at CC and contemplates how to explain and contemplates how to explain a drawing to a blind person. He's like legitimately having like a mental thing of where he's like, wait, how do you explain that to someone who can't see?
So,
He's
do you
fully
guys
doing that.
mention? So, it was verbally mentioned that there was a drawing, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. She will pipe up and say, I used to draw when I was little, back when I had my sight.
Oh, you were not always blind.
No, upon receiving my blessing comes with she kind of like gestures to her face, a curse, if you will. But I don't try to think of it as a curse. I try to think of it as an enhancement to myself. But I was not always blind. Meaning you can explain it to me what's on the paper. Okay. We can not head on to that. I can put together the image in my mind. I have seen things prior to
I
being
will-
blind.
I can read it out. You want me? I can read it to her. And I mean, see, and describe what was on it. But see, well, we referenced a lot of the stuff already. But we can read it out loud.
Yeah.
If you would like, yeah, go ahead.
For the sake of brevity, guys, Mackenzie read the note. So
Yeah, that's
For the
why.
sake
Okay.
of brevity. I
That's
couldn't
why
think
I
of read
don't.
the note.
I need to read it in but in character. I read out loud.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, my ADHD is bad today. Because all of a sudden I just thought of, I'm like, ooh, how would a blind person play D&D? Like, that would be something. That's like true theater of the mind. I don't know why my
They
brain's
would
doing.
have the best visuals ever. Right.
No,
No.
Depends on how it is. It wouldn't even be visuals.
Theater of the mind always produces better images than anything you can put on a screen.
Yeah.
Did we have? Did you have guards at the glasswork? Or
Yes, I had guards posted at the glassworks. That's kind of a big site for us at the moment. We don't want people getting in there.
and you after this after he escaped, he went back there and then disappeared, right?
That's correct. They cased the location and didn't follow into the tunnel, but there was no one in there.
I'm also thinking if you were trying to hide someplace in town, if you didn't go through the tunnels, how how sturdy is that old lighthouse?
Well, I mean, I'm not even gonna speak through Baylor because it is solid stone that has crumpled. So it's what is left is solid.
Okay, so it's not like a ruin that you could like hide, have a hideout that people would avoid.
Well, I mean, I believe there is an interior. I meant solid as in construction.
Oh, okay. And if you didn't run through his tunnels, the crumbling ruin that where the townsfolk would avoid, maybe a place where someone might try to hide nefarious activity.
Well, it's very possible for him to have worked his way into the glassworks to reclaim something, but I only said that my guards didn't venture any further into the tunnel.
All right.
Scared of the
I need my guards up on the surface, especially now knowing about this larger raid.
You realize that the original goblins probably got in through said tunnel.
No, the original goblins came in. Well, some may have could have, but the original goblins we know came in. At least some of them came in on. No, the ones that attacked the glasswork came in on a cart to the north gate.
Yeah.
Or am I confusing them?
If you remember, there was also a site here.
So the ladder was placed.
Right. Yep.
But one of the goblins said that they were hidden in a wagon and that they came in through the north gate, but I can't remember if that was for the initial attack or the attack on the glassworks. I think that was the attack on the glassworks.
I think so too. Yeah. Just Kareth would look to the sheriff. Please, if you could, keep some guards posted there, and at least one or at least two directly outside that tunnel. If he tries to come back through that way, I'd rather maybe have a chance at catching him before he gets any further.
See what I'll see what I can do.
They're planning a possible invasion through that tunnel. It would also potentially be wise to have explosives or some way to collapse the tunnel. Ready.
That was my thought. That's why we should not go in. We should leave that tunnel, and I think we should go research. Keep our eyes and ears peeled. Ears for you there, CC. And
If we set up traps in the tunnel, like just a little bit where they're hidden, but also set up a trap for if the door opens down there, it just collapses the building on top of them.
that's a whole building.
Yes, it is.
Uh
Buildings can be replaced. But
yeah,
longer.
not quickly.
We want to be able to be ready to collapse the tunnel if necessary, but
Well,
the tunnel may also lead us to them. If so, we don't want to collapse it right now because we may want to go down there.
Oh, wow. You are very far down a tunnel, my guy.
Yeah. Come back
Come
to
back.
us.
Dude,
Guys
you
are
guys
out.
haven't gone down the
Return.
tunnel yet. You guys didn't agree on that.
would you rather lose an entire town or just one building?
I don't think we'd lose the whole building.
Or a portion of it?
I think we could get away with the same effect, but set up like a deadfall right there. Dieter, is it fair to say my father would have taken me hunting and taught me like a little bit of trapping and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
You would have, at the very least, a basic knowledge of what's going on.
Okay. In
You've
that
been
case,
shown. Whether you can perform it, that's a question for later, but you've
that's
been
up to the
shown it.
dice. Yeah, but yeah, Kareth would kind of explain. What we could do is set up some sort of trigger, like a deadfall trap. You know, the animal, or in this case the goblins, hit the trigger, whatever we make it, and then a large amount of weight comes down on them, but not a whole building. Like maybe a big boulder or something, or maybe a giant thing of glass. It's in the glassworks. If we took a massive ball of glass and made that our deadfall, then the moment they came out of there, hit the trigger, it would fall down on them, shatter, which would then just be shards of sharp glass everywhere. They wouldn't be able to get far at all. And it'd be a
You know what?
May not be
I'm
goblin-
gonna let you guys. I'm gonna let you all discuss this. I have some business to take care of, and he will head off after having raised an eyebrow at these discussions and just figured, whatever. This is just don't worry about it.
Probably
my oil.
plenty of molten glass in the furnaces, right? What if we set something up to, when the door opens, pour?
Ooh, boy, you stay really close and then you go really far away and then you come back and you go and you come back and you go.
Setting
Yeah.
something up to trigger when the door opens means we can't go down that open the door to go down the tunnel.
Well,
Yeah,
We have
that's
another controlled device.
yes. I'm just saying, if the door is just flung open or opened, without like undoing the trap, then of course it'll happen.
Yeah, but
Now let's keep in mind that what's coming up that tunnel may not be goblins. It's listed as a Quidditch monstrosities.
yeah, this might not be small things, but I feel like if it was to be, if we were to try and pour molten glass, I mean, as cool a thing as it would be, molten glass doesn't move that fast. I mean, unless we're dropping it from directly above and we have a way to just like open a container and it all goes at once. Other than that, it's going to be poured, which is not a fast pour. I don't know. I worry. Just now, Kareth is realizing the sheriff's left as he's about to look to him for advice. Like, Sheriff, oh, what? Where'd he go?
He quickly paces back and leaves a flask of oil and then on the table and then heads off to his business.
Thank you. I will add flask of oil to my inventory.
If we
Oh my god, my guy, your mic.
let me unplug it and plug it back in.
Yeah, because
might be-
you keep going in and out. Like, all of a sudden you're 1,000 miles away trying to yell down a long hall.
You keep exploring the tunnel that you guys are trying to trap.
Okay. Alright,
Well,
so
we aren't even
here's-
trying to trap it yet. We're trying to come up with a plan to trap it.
Here's an idea. Me and CC are both pretty have experience with doing research in history and things like that. We'll check out and do research into Lamasu and some of these things. There are two sites that need to be investigated, ideally stealthily. The tunnel and this something shrine. Of course, none of us are that familiar with the wilderness. Thistletop. Was it Thistletop Shrine?
That does say Thistletop, yes.
Thistletop Shrine. Maybe our ranger friend knows something about Thistletop Shrine. Or we could look, or someone could stealthily check out the tunnels.
As you say stealthily check out, Kareth immediately looks straight at Karswrath like, you're stealthy, right?
Not me.
Cece slowly raises her hand. I have a question.
Yes.
How, these tunnels, what are they like?
Cold, dark, and empty.
I see.
I saw the entrance to it, and I closed and blocked the door.
I see. I volunteer for the tunnels.
Yes.
The blind girl is going to the tunnels.
Sorry. Kareth would accompany her if she's gonna go.
Test 1 2. Test 1 2.
Hello.
Heyo!
Hello, welcome
Here we
back.
go.
Welcome back.
Like I said, Karswrath would be happy to take the tunnels and can set up some traps as needed.
Sure.
CC is said she's a skilled healer, and can certainly be helpful in the tunnels. If the three of you wish to carefully check out there, I do not wish to see my friends hurt. I can begin researching myself.
Yeah.
Didn't one of you say they wish to learn more? This
I-
would be the appropriate time.
I do, but that can come a little later. Right now we need to go take a look at this.
Alright,
Alright.
so who's going where?
Tunnels.
Tunnel.
Tunnel.
Tunnels on the right.
Alright, cool. So you've got your researcher and the spelunkers.
Spelunking.
Okay, I see.
Because Karswrath is the stealthy.
Roll for Spelunk.
So,
I will say Kareth isn't gonna go in the tunnel, but he will stand right on the outside with swords drawn, ready to charge in if needed.
right.
but he knows he's not the stealthiest out of our party, and he doesn't want to try and go in there attempting to be helpful and then throw off the entire operation by accidentally like falling, going "Ugh!" or something like that.
Yeah. Understood.
Mhm.
So you three. Oh man, I have so many maps. I gotta keep scrolling. You three. Hey, that's good. It's lots of good stuff to work with. You make your way back to the glassworks, working your way. The guards let you in because they know what's up. They're still guarding, but they know that you guys are. The right one was done by a goblin. The left one was done by Karzarath.
What was done by Karzarath?
The
Alan,
left one, the one of you.
the
You
self-portrait.
rolled worse. You rolled worse on your
Oh, that's
drawing.
right. Yes,
You rolled worse on your drawing than the goblin did.
that's right.
I remember that.
Anyway, they allow you in and you head down the stairs to the basement, and I have to take you with me. I can't just click over. And you get to the basement.
Thank you, J13 Knight, for the follow. Welcome to the Dragorians, my friend.
Where CC, you would particularly feel the cool air slightly moist down here.
Mhm.
As you're working your way through with Karzarath and Kareth behind you.
Oh, interesting. All right. I just kind of like tap my way along with my cane.
All right. You guys are on the right page. Cool. Good. You should have control of your tokens. Please tell me if you do not.
Confirmed.
Where in the... Oh man, I had the disappearing token trick happen. Karzarath, where'd you go?
He's still here.
I'm
He's down here
I'm
with
aware.
us.
I'm aware. It's just on my screen. It's not. That it just happens sometimes. Move your token. There you are.
Now
He's
move back
found
out of
you.
the tunnel.
Look, it just
Run,
it happens
Karzarath,
sometimes,
run!
okay?
Run! Be free!
You're not allowed to roll stealth against me.
Don't
When he's-
move. His sight's like a
when he's
T-Rex.
we successfully stealth against the GM somehow.
Stealth
That's
against the
DC 50.
DC 50. Law of Nat 20?
Nope.
Oh no.
Skill checks are always taken at face value.
Yep.
Oh, true. That's right. Pathfinder. Ooh.
Saves and attacks, that's where it comes in.
Mhm.
Don't you just love my art? I just saw the post to the chat.
In the chat.
Where is this tunnel?
Art past?
Max.
Is this the tunnel right here?
Yes. This is the tunnel, and this is the room for the tunnel.
All right.
Someone be a deer and open the door.
Karzarath will open the door.
1,000 arrows shoot out. I'm sorry.
It is empty. Also, I should note, I'm gonna try to get better at dealing with dark spaces. So, if you don't have low light or dark vision, that I will require a light source.
All right. I think I have
I gotta
low
get
light
better
vision.
at that.
At least I'm pretty sure I do. Yes. Uh, does Cece need dark vision?
As the as the door opens, Cece just takes a step inside and starts walking down the hallway.
Sure. There are dynamic light barriers, but there's no door right there, so.
Huh? I can't. Okay, there we go.
Yes. CC's just going for it.
Just
Carjack
walking down the
would
hallway.
be following after.
Would one of you have? I presume Kareth would have like a torch.
I have low light vision, so he wouldn't think to light one. Also, Kareth is staying at the entrance.
It's dark.
Oh, is this
Well-
whole place dark?
It's dark.
Okay. Would my low light vision allow me to see?
I have
Not
dark
unless
vision
there
and low
is-
light vision.
Not unless there is a source of light. If there is
Gotcha.
a source of light, you can see twice as far, and then a little further. So basically, what is bright for you, or like easy to see, is doubled, and then beyond that is hard to see, and then you just can't see beyond that.
Okay.
So you would, anyone without dark vision does require a source of light.
Gotcha.
However, you're posted outside the door, and these two have dark vision. Or well, I mean, this guy has dark vision. CC has
Just
a
Blind.
perpetual dark
Wandering
vision.
into the fray.
Just always dark vision. Doesn't exactly matter if there's a sun or nothing. It's just always dark.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. In that case, Kareth would have found a torch and lit it.
Yeah.
And he would have that with him where he's standing right now. Can
Okay. Oh yeah.
Would there be like a spot on the wall, like a torch holder of any sort, where I could set that?
Scone?
Scone. Yeah, there's
Yeah,
a
the-
wall scone on there. It's really old. I would not recommend it.
Would not recommend trying it. Like
I'm sorry.
it.
Wall sconce.
Sconce.
Love me some wall scones.
I don't mean to make fun of you. I don't mean to make fun of you. I picked up on something and I ran with it.
The opportunity doesn't come
yeah,
that often.
There would be wall sconces here.
Okay. Yeah.
Hey, in my defense, I never really heard how they're pronounced.
It does look like scone if you don't know the pronunciation. I fully understand. Yeah,
Freaking wall stones always being old and shit.
Yeah. Yeah, Kareth would set the torch in there and have both of his short swords drawn and effectively I'm going to hold an action to run in and attack if something were to if I hear them yell
Yeah.
in pain or in oh there's something coming now.
Yeah.
I'm running in and getting them behind me and getting them out.
So basically, you're just not going to be surprised.
Yeah.
All right. I am going
Maple
to
wall scones.
jump the players back to. Oh, you're not here.
Poof.
Kalar, you make your way through hearsay and such towards number 19, which is which one? That one. Okay. Oh, how about that? You actually both walk together for quite a ways because this building right here is actually the House of Blue Stone. So, Kalar, you would split off from the group basically at the glassworks and head to the building right next to it.
If that's the case, and I know that Kareth is holding the fort at the edge of at the entrance to the tunnel. I mean, if things really go pear-shaped, he knows he can come get me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Um, this in front of you is a single stone chamber. It doesn't look like a lot on the outside, but as you enter, I presume, the floor itself is decorated with polished blue stones, set within winding pathways of reed mats. You can tell, even without a check, that this is an old building, probably at Sandpoint's founding.
Uh,
As you enter, there is a a um, a lady human currently, um, well, she would be on a mat, but she looks up at you as you enter and does a little bow and then gets up and comes to meet you.
Good day.
Good day. Who might you be?
I'm Kala. I've been visiting here since to see the founding of the new church and see
Mm,
if anyone would be interested in learning about Haroni or returning to the temple for schooling.
Aurora, you say?
Mhm.
And what was your name again?
I am Kala.
Kalar. If you truly are a worshipper of Aurori, then you are welcome in here at any point.
Well, I appreciate that.
We do not exactly have representation in the cathedral, but we have a place here.
Oh,
And she would go back to her mat. And you can actually, uh, give me a perception check as you are looking at this woman. Okay. Um, you can see the definition in her muscles. Uh, this is most certainly a monk, and it makes sense considering this is a house of Irori.
I was kind of getting that impression that the more you're describing her meditation in that. Um, I was sorry to interrupt your meditation, but I was told this was a place where there would be where there would be books and research to be done.
Of course. Uh, Down in the basement is where I keep my stores. Irori is the god, a god of knowledge too, after all. I will take you down now.
Thank you.
Uh, she does a quick final send off to her prayer, and then you descend into honestly a wonderful store of information. And uh, you can go ahead and make either a knowledge history or a knowledge planes check for the research that you're doing. Though I don't think that planes, well, you are looking for planes type such with like demon dealings. So go ahead and
Oh,
tell me what you are looking to research.
I guess I don't. I was looking at check marks earlier. Not at skill points. Okay, so
I believe you have quite a few skill points though.
yeah. I guess so. Well, I was looking at my notes, it was Arcana, History, and Religion are the ones I've trained in. Oh. So now it's History would probably be the best thing for me. The other ones I listed before are the ones are the class.
Okay. You.
Hey, Michael. I don't mean to interrupt here, but if I don't know what the sound is in the background, but it is coming through crystal clear. Just so you know.
Sorry about that.
Yep,
It's very
all good.
nice though.
Yeah,
That was actually you two.
yeah. I was just I'm just a little worried about
yeah.
copyright.
Too.
I did not even I was not even thinking about it. Sorry about that.
Yep, all good.
In case you were wondering what that was Wrong Turn by Kate Metz.
So,
In case you want to listen
Kalar,
to it later.
because you are within these tomes of knowledge, you will add a 4 to your check. So that is actually a 21. And I will get back to you on what you find out
Okay.
next session.
Oh.
Is that the end for today?
That'll be the end for today.
What?
That actually works well for me because it is just going to be 1 a.m.
Yeah, about to say.
Yep.
And that gives him time to really
So-
figure out what kind of information he wants to import.
By the time we have our next game, I will be back home.
Cool.
Nice. Well, yeah. In that case, I'm going to end stream here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to, for the folks watching this on YouTube, be sure to subscribe to both me and the what is it, Lee6113, correct?
Yep.
All right. Be sure to sub wherever you find us.
And welcome CC to the group.
Yes. Welcome.
Yes.
Thank you.
All
Good
right.
session.
Glad
Yes.
to be here.
Thank you all so much for watching. Stay awesome. Stay safe. And as always, stay golden, my friends. Happy dungeon delving.